Welcome back to Wrestling with Ski. I'm Ski,
I'm Justin.
and we're getting into the pipe bomb. It was one of the best things ever. Too bad that era didn't
Yeah,
last because, no, but because everything that man said on that ramp that night and in the weeks following is kind of true. And well, then you turn around and look at all those people that Vince has just completely wasted and ruined in all of the years since all of that happened.
agreed.
At least someone had the balls to say it.
And I'm just really, again, that moment was just like, Vince is really letting him say this. Like, that's like probably one of the best Vince ideas ever.
Sure, that wasn't a Vince idea.
I don't know. I mean,
That was one of those, what, either you let me have a microphone or I'm just leaving. What, I don't care. What do you want? I want to hurt your feelings. Okay, some good shit. But he wasn't feeling that way in Gorilla. Knowing the way they got along and still do, I'm pretty sure it wasn't one of those. He went and did that like Stone Cold chewed him out, and then they were all hugging him. Oh, that was great. In Gorilla, pretty sure there was none of that when he went back there. Like, really? Then pretty sure Punk probably just walked by.
Would have loved to be the fly on the wall after that, after he walked back through Gorilla.
Like, because I guarantee you, again, we've seen people argue with each other on camera, trying to kill each other, and they're all, and they get all their love, and suddenly, the story's over. They're friends again. I have a very odd feeling with how much they have never gotten along.
Yeah.
That did not happen to any extent. He didn't like Vince. He didn't like Paul. That's not Heyman, Levesque. Definitely didn't like, sorry, is Hunter more appropriate? We call him Hunter in this episode. After Hunter kept putting him down and telling Vince what he's not going to be anything, fire him for years and years.
Yep.
Like what? When the top guys say trash about you, they know that you have something. But let's talk quickly. Here's something that no one remembers about the pipe bomb. Did you realize who got a win over his childhood hero right before Punk picked up that microphone and walked up the ramp? Childhood hero. He beat his childhood hero. At least he says he's his childhood hero. That would be one Ron Killings.
Wow.
He was the one that put Cena through that table and then walked away, and no one even like, hey, look, Truth beat Cena. No one cared. Punk had a microphone. He walked away. No one even cared. But that was Truth.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was watching. I know, going, damn! Like, I didn't even realize. Like, after all the times I've watched this, I never gave two thoughts to R-Truth being the one to put Cena through that table. So I just wanted to write that down. Like, no one ever mentions that, and well, he is R-Truth's childhood hero. Yeah, he mentions it every time he wins his. However many times he's won that title now.
Yeah.
27, I think. He's got more 24/7 titles than the Dudleys have tag titles around the world.
I know it's in the mid to high 40s.
Say, there we go. Even worse. Like, he has more 24/7 titles. He's a more prolific champion than the Dudleys around the world. And that's saying something, because the Dudleys have won everything. Everywhere. Every time. Except for their last run. But yeah, how about that pipe bomb though?
Yeah, like I was just really surprised they just let him just do his thing. But I think, part of it was, okay, this guy's already good on the mic. Let's see what he can do. He's always been good on the mic, and that just really a whole nother level.
And like he said, I'm the best in the ring on this microphone. Hell, I'm even the best at commentary. His words, not mine. End quote.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm even the best at commentary. In his, terrible jackets he would wear, which he had to get just to be a rib on himself, because that thing was ridiculous. But yeah. No offense to Joe or any of them. Punk was way better at commentary than anyone.
You get a select few that are good.
He was
not to throw AEW out there, but Jericho, very good commentary. If you actually go and watch some of his commentary, it's good. Like how he can bounce back and forth between commentating and still being a wrestler at the same time, but keeping them both separate while each match that he's commentating is being put over very well.
I just can't watch Fat Jericho wrestle.
No, but you got to watch the commentary sometime.
It hurts me on a spiritual level to see. I mean, he's still better, more athletic than I'll ever be in my life, or you'll ever be in your life, and he is. Yeah. But I can't see Giant Jericho again. Wherever that picture that we found on the internet, where he had like an 8-pack.
Yeah.
Wherever the hell they took that from. But that was a hell of a night, though. And don't forget, he's a Paul Heyman guy. Buster shaking, everyone's excited. That was a hell of a thing, though. I mean, and he was super like on point. Like he was, like he couldn't get any more.
Best story driven program. That's like in my top 3
ever.
Yes.
Like, and look how short it lasted. Like, you put like Kane and Taker, like that went on for so long. Rock and Austin went on for years. Punk in that short amount of time was one of the greatest things we ever saw.
Yeah.
And he even said that the world would be a better place when Vince finally died. His microphone cut out very, very shortly after that came out of his mouth.
Yes.
I mean, even though his idiotic daughter and his doofus son-in-law and the rest of his stupid family will take over after he's gone. Yeah. Boom, cut it. Like, well, yep, you've crossed what? You broke the 4th wall. You're done now. What? I mean, you got away with Colt Cabana chants and being a Paul Heyman guy and talking about call Vince and his whole family stupid.
Yeah.
Which is a favorite word of yours. I say it here. It happens there. Stupid. So much stupid. But yeah, like that was some of the best, like, and it kept going. Like that was the best. Like I saw it the first time. I couldn't believe they drug it out as long as they did.
Yeah.
And how glorious it got.
Yeah. Go home on Raw before Money in the Bank, just basically telling Vince, I'm leaving and I'm leaving with the title and maybe I'll go defend it somewhere else.
And he got away with a 25-minute segment.
Yeah.
Like a 25-minute segment on Raw. And Vince was in the ring
while it was happening.
Like when in the absolute world, like his head was exploding during this is your life. Like, and there he is in the middle of the ring getting berated the entire time.
Yeah.
With it happening. Like heads had like, and that was, I'm sorry, I don't know what to be. That was better than when Triple H got involved, like later on. But Punk in that one, I mean, he still came out to kill switch, which completely how about that? I completely forgot that that's when it ended, was right there.
Yep.
That he went away and he came back to Cult of Personality.
Yeah. And no one had any clue when that hit, and just the select few you could hear cheering, knowing who it was. And we know who it was.
Like
everyone's like, Punk? Ah! Like everyone just like had that delay in reaction. Like
boom, heads blow off. Back when they still actually made videos and entrance videos and all that, and people actually mattered. It wasn't just their name a bunch, but like I was sitting there watching, I was like, I'll be damned. I forgot that he switched from kill switch after he came back.
Yeah.
He vanished and came back to Living Color.
And probably one of the only double championship match programs ever. I mean, I think that's my most favorite. I mean, given that it's story driven, more story driven.
It was very story driven. And we got away with telling Vince that the world would be a better place if he died. Like, I mean, Stone Cold went to many levels. He even had the fake gun. Bang. And Vince pissed all over himself. Gonna kill that dog.
That's all right. He's excited. He's
very excited.
I'll see him. That's
she's ready. But Punk wanted his own jet. He wanted to show. It was Provision 1. Like, no, really, I get to push you. That's provision one. Like, no, you didn't. Like, he wanted a jet. He wanted to be on knives, forks, spoons, straws, cups.
Ice cream sandwiches.
Most importantly, everything else got thrown into their own thing. What ice cream sandwiches got a whole entire thing. Look, I just made you $1 million. Like, and he was a millionaire. That should be a billionaire, but he, stacks up a bunch of yes men around like John Laurinaitis, who, just give him whatever he wants to hear instead of what he actually needs to hear. But that was like, just, I can't believe that, like, the level of everything they got away with during all of that. Like, now,
it made money. I think at one point there was a WWE ice cream bar shirt.
Like it made it made everything. Like, bring back the primetime players. Millions of dollars, millions of dollars, millions of dollars. And me saying that right now is not making them even a cent, but they made a lot more money off of those ice cream bars than the primetime players ever made off of Punk just having a hissy fit, literally.
For a short time, there was actually WWE ice cream bars. Now they had the likes of Roman Reigns on it, which whatever. They had one. I think Becky Lynch was on one. Roman Reigns, John Cena.
I don't know if you know this or not, but John Cena also sucks. Just in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
In case you forgot, we haven't heard it in a long time, but
there's
a rumor that I heard from about like 80,000+ people, I believe it was, saying that John Cena sucked. I don't know. Maybe I missed it. Punk definitely told him he sucked that night. Punk was all over telling him he sucked. And he was speaking a lot of truth, though. Like, when Cena hit the ring, Punk, he wasn't lying. Like, saying that, like, it's people like you, that is why I'm leaving. Why? Here you are playing the underdog. Like, you're a 10-time champion. And then he went through all the plethora of teams that you happen to be wearing a shirt of. One of them, and from the Boston area, how they all seem to think that they are also the underdogs and all these things, when they're officially the New York Yankees. They're the franchise. They're never going to be an underdog ever again. Unless the Patriots pull their head out and somehow are in the Super Bowl against, like, the Bucks next year, then they'll be an underdog. Except that's not going to happen. And if they make it, Brady's going to kill them. That's another story for another day. And Cena hits him. Boom. He rolls out of the ring. Blows, just rips it all to pieces. The whole contract says it's over. But this is why I'm leaving. Why? Because of people like you. Thank you for reminding me. And it was still, how did they drag it out? Like, again, not only did he say all that about Vince before they cut the microphone, which they had to have some kind of plan to cut the microphone on the first time. Like, what? You get this amount of time. Go. Had to be one of those. But, Colt Cabana got a chant on Raw during all of this. We got ice cream bars. Like, it was just.
And when he came back, we got some really cool, shirts. I knew I had a couple different Punk shirts, which, using the Chicago colors and everything else, that those were some of my favorite shirts.
Like, he did, like, I just can't get over the fact that Vince let a 25-minute segment on air. Like, there's all kinds of dirty innuendos and jokes you could say, but who did what? Especially at the point of the go home episode.
Yeah.
Like, Punk legit was not signed past Sunday. Like, pretty sure we've all heard the story from Punk and Vince and Johnny Ace, and all of them agreed. Yeah, like, well, he didn't sign until, like, the pay-per-view had already started. Like, he was still legit leave it. Like, so how the hell did all of that Vince sign off on? Yeah, what? Come berate me, make me look terrible when you're still technically not under contract after Sunday. Like, who did what? Never mind whose leg do I have to hump to get a martini around here. How the hell did they get a 25-minute segment for a guy that all he did was berate the McMahon family? How did he get a 25-minute segment when he wasn't even under contract? Theoretically speaking, he was for 5 days. Yeah. look at the people that have been on contract for a very long time that we didn't see for months and months before their release. Like, he was still in the main thing going against, the golden child.
Yeah.
And he got 25 minutes. Like I was sitting there watching it before we did this, which is why I said, like, calm your jets. What this is way longer than I remember, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I wanted to watch it one more time. And I like 20.
Yeah.
Like,
and it seems like it goes fast, but then when you actually analyze it, like we take, and look up things again, and you're just like, wow, like these episodes, like yesterday's an hour and 14 minutes. It felt like maybe a 20-minute conversation.
Hour 14 flat.
Flat.
Didn't even try to do that. There is not a timer on this. It just worked out that way. Because we have a gift. I thought it was actually, like, after we were done, I thought it was a lot longer. Like, I looked down at the clock and went,
as I say, I think I called an hour and 20. So to be within
6 minutes without going over. I mean, according to Price is Right rules, you win. Come on down. Go away, Daisy. Like, go whine somewhere that isn't right here. Anyway, everyone heard it. You can't miss her.
Yep.
She's clear. You can't hear me when I'm yelling at you from across the house, but you can hear her like she is standing right next to me. Which then led us to Punk vanishing for
2 weeks.
See, that was the 11th, which means the pay-per-view was the 17th. So 20. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like after all that, 2 weeks. I just want to go home. Cool. See you later. Like, that's all you had to do to make the man happy. And he gets it, and there's Triple H in the ring.
Yep.
And Triple H, while he was doing the COO, the best for business crap before, I'm pretty sure Laurinaitis took over from him, which was just the biggest waste of time. Like, I hate it. I don't know. Maybe it was his voice. Maybe it was the ridiculous jazzy that he ran around with the people power flag on the back of it. There's just something about that man that just.
Yeah.
No, he did. He was at the company for forever. Obviously, there's a reason. And he was good at going out there and doing what he had to do with that character, people power. But this was before Triple H got swindled. And to see Punk just get away with, like, do you want to punch me in the face, or do you have to go back and ask your wife for permission?
Yeah.
Remove
balls from purse.
I was like, and I was sitting there watching, going, I think he hits him. No, I was staring at this thing. I was on my phone, like, I think he hits him. No, he's not hitting him. Like, son of a bitch. I thought he was about to punch him right in the face. And he did it, which was amazing. But how many references he made, like, like, again, how many times while you were you laying next to your wife in bed talking about how this guy and that guy will never make it, and you're going to make sure they never make it. I'm like, he went there. And I'm still trying to figure out. Triple H said that, he wanted to slap all the tattoos off of Punk's skinny, fat ass. That's for jumping on my leg. Don't jump on my leg. That's rude. How do you have a skinny, fat ass? I'm going to slap the tattoos off your skinny, fat ass. I was like, well, I've heard Triple H say some pretty dumb things, but.
There's people that are what you call skinny,
but I'm pretty sure Triple H was not going there.
Yeah.
That's one of those, he said it, and he was sitting there, his head going, stupid.
Should have never.
Like, all that scowl at Punk, that wasn't at Punk. That was him going, stupid. Damn it, I went there. Yeah, you went. I'm going to slap the tattoos off your skinny, fat ass. So he's skinny. He's a fat ass. In the wrestling world, you don't get to be both. You're either skinny or a fat ass. There's no in between. You're not a diva. You are not Tony Storm. You're not skinny. 2 Christmas hams hidden up in there. True story. But I still think it's some of the best storytelling they ever did.
Yeah, hands down.
Ever. Bar none.
Yeah.
Bar none, without a shadow of doubt. And I don't think they'll ever get there again. Like that was
No,
just the perfect storm at the perfect time, which is someone that pissed off at
I mean,
everyone.
there's a lot of moments that were just at the right time, right place for that era, you know.
And it was really real.
Yeah.
And you could tell that they all felt exactly that. Because again, look at the history. Vince didn't like Punk. Triple H did everything in his power to get him fired. Tell, but he's not going to make it. Like, stop wasting time. Get rid of him. Like, look at all the years we heard all the stories. Hell, Sean's come out and said it. Like, a lot of people have come out and they should have got rid of him. Like, and all the times they tried to put him down. Like, that was just real. I hate you. I'm leaving off. Coming out of a tattooed man who is both skinny and fat simultaneously. Is that like me? I'm skinny, but I have a big fat head.
I'm sure Paul Heyman had plenty to do with convincing to push those limits. I mean, Heyman's always wanted to push limits to put out a good product. There had to have been some kind
Wasn't Paul? I think Paul was sent home, I think is the technical phrase for it, because they didn't fire him because they'd rather him, have him pissing into the house. The pissing out of the house than pissing on it. They'd still rather have him. But I think this is one of the times where he was sent home.
Yeah.
It was like the people at the TV studio were like pushing him because they were all younger people. And it wasn't Sia. It wasn't Heyman. Anyone under the sun could have said nice things about Punk.
Yeah.
Except he had Paul Heyman. And it's not like he's made bad choices, but he did try to make like Mike Knox be like the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
Or he should beat everybody. And then, apparently he wanted Punk to choke everyone out in the Elimination Chamber as champion. And look how good that worked out. He got attacked before anything even he got attacked backstage. Didn't even get that's how good that idea went over that day. It went over so well that they said, screw it. Punt him backstage. Done.
Yeah.
He doesn't need the title. Screw it. Like, good job, Paul. See, there's a Paul Heyman idea right there. Except now he has the best of ideas because his next people were, he brought Brock back. Now he's got Roman, and you know what? Vince will never do. Like they want to light people on fire. Screw it. Like they not like Orton lighting the Fiend on fire. Like Brock could probably literally light someone on fire and get away with it.
Oh yeah.
Punk, Brock. I mean, he almost took dude's head off that car door when they were overseas.
Yeah.
And he was perfectly okay and walked away from it. Nothing. Why? Because he was Brock Lesnar. But like Punk, like I can't like, and it's just so bad. Like to see like that. And then the run that he had after he got back.
Yeah. The whole thing in and out, every opponent that he faced were all good matches. There was not like one that I could not think of that was like, it's not like Punk.
Like
or that,
whether we're talking about the Hardys or the Jerichos or like just the everything they did with sobriety, this, that, and the other thing. They did so much and it wasn't bad. Until I believe it was the Survivor Series when was it Survivor Series when he faced The Rock and
no, that would have been
Rumble?
Not, I don't think it was Rumble. It was pay-per-view after the Rumble, I believe.
No, he was champion before that. Because Punk walked out, I think, the day of the Rumble.
Maybe it was before the Rumble.
I think it was it was right before the Rumble. I'm pretty sure he walked out the night like, hey, you're gonna face him at Mania. Like, bye.
Yeah, maybe it was before the Rumble.
But like what he had, how high he was on to have him.
Oh, yeah.
And remember that exact night when he dropped the pipe bomb, he said that what pissed him off the most is that Dwayne Johnson is going to main event Mania next year. And that made him sick.
Yeah.
Because Dwayne left for forever. Punk was there. Look what he did. And he was champion all the way through that.
Yeah.
He had the match with Cena. Came back full circle. It's like, sorry, well, we need the belt. Like, no, you did not need the belt for that. The Rock didn't need a title run. Yeah. Punk was on top of the world. And look what happened in the short. I mean, I think he was around a little bit after that, Punk, yeah. Hell, I could be a few years off as to when he actually walked out, but it was not very long after Like he
Yeah.
went from, because I know he did.
I know he did the
did Taker stuff too, I believe.
program with the urn because that was when Paul.
Yeah.
That's when Bear had
Oh,
just.
better. Yeah. So that was fine. That was right there after that. They
Yeah.
did that. Then the next year he was gone. Well,
Yeah.
you're going to face Triple H. Oh, really? But fine. What? I'm really going home this time. And
Yeah.
I'm not waiting until my contract's up. What? I'm just leaving. You.
Yeah.
God, the run that it was, and the Taker stuff. I don't know why he was so mad about facing. Yeah, Taker was the main event then. Like at
Yeah.
that point, the streak was the only thing that mattered.
Yeah. Well,
Literally.
I know. I read an article or two that he really put his all into that Taker match, even though what was going on at the time. But
With everything, I mean,
yeah, I think Phil, if we want to call him that, said that was probably
that's up to him.
one of his best.
I don't know. I don't know if he wants to be called Phil Brooks. Wants to be called Coach, because I'm pretty sure that's his Twitter handle is Coach.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll call him whatever the hell he wants. Here, what I'll hear, we'll get live reaction to the level of stupid that is right now perpetrating directly in front of me right now. I don't care. It's on air. They're on me. What happened? Where's it going to? Justin Miller. Why? Because if his phone's right there, hopefully the ringtone goes off to make it even better. But that is just like, that's stupid. Like, oh, wait, I can't, because you can't look at it. Let's just say Daisy just jumped on the love seat and literally plopped directly on top of Buster. Like directly. If I couldn't screw this up by switching the camera around and going to the garbage like built-in camera, like she just popped and just dropped right on him. Like the level of stupid that just happened before my eyes. See, we start talking about, do we call him Phil? Do we call him Punk? Do we call him Coach? Just don't call him Paul or Vince. He'll probably get mad then. Don't call him Vince or Johnny Ace.
Speaking of level of stupid, I guess that would bring us into the Raw preview, which doesn't have much.
He had to go there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we didn't need to go there. Like, I mean, will it be a good match with Asuka? Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Always.
Will it be a good match with Strowman and Randy? Probably not.
Yeah, that could go way, but I think
or is there's nothing else for them to do with Braun? And I have this odd feeling that there's this guy in this reddish maroonish colored sweater. I mean, it's just too perfect. I don't think he's done with him. You don't think he's done with him. Like that was just, like,
yeah.
There's that guy in the sweater and Braun. Like we've talked about them building it back up enough times. Like, I just think something stupid's going to happen. Sorry. Like it's Orton, it's Braun, the Fiend's laying around. It's their first time ever. And again, it's Randy. So something stupid has to happen. Guaranteed stupid is going to happen. It's Raw.
Well, and even if it's the guy in the red sweater, it could always be the new crazy chick as well. Because if you think about it, you had her that messed with Orton this whole time, but then also had kind of something with Braun when it was Braun and Swamp Ray when they did that.
Come with this, Braun. Don't leave me.
The Swamp Compound match.
And then he had the Freddy versus Jason one. Like, yeah. Except
so it could be one of them could get involved in that. I mean,
Alexa could bring whoever it is out. Like, I don't even want to know what they're going to do with that. See, there's the big preview. What do we want to know what's going to happen? What are they going to do with Alexa and whatever that doll was named?
Is it going to be another wrestler, or is she finally going to get her Fiend look? Like, are they going to go there?
She's going to finally snap out.
Yeah,
fully.
like maybe she
said that she embraced it.
Yeah,
like turns out she didn't need it after all. Whatever the hell she said. All I know is broke my heart to see them do it this in such a short time.
Yeah,
best thing they had going. And even though that, like, obviously Bray's still fully invested in the Alexa stuff too, because I mean, it's still technically, they're going to keep crossing paths.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was too soon for her to go off and do her own thing. I don't know. It hasn't been that long.
It's been a year.
I'm just pissed off that like when he got her in the ring, and she looked great that night, by the way. SmackDown right here, I guess it was out there. It went off with them looking at each other. Like it cut off here. Like my Fox station turned it off like before I even got like he mandible clawed her or anything. They were just looking at each other and it went to the local news. And we come back the next week and I'm all, there's everyone going, did you see that? They were staring at each other. Like, no, they didn't. Here, let me rewind. And I took a video and went, yes, look. They're staring at each other. They're staring at each other. They're staring at each other. Valentina Wilson introducing the local news at 10. But I got cut off.
I appreciate that.
So the first beginning of like the whole entire thing with those two together, I'm going, okay, so they stared at each other like, why do I feel like I just got screwed? And then a million texts came in, like, because I did. Damn it. So it was all screwed for me at the beginning. So just seeing it end now made me sad, or because Ross sucked otherwise without it.
Yeah, this Raw I don't really see much. Probably something with Lashley, Drew. We know that.
Lashley and his stupid sunglasses.
And
we're gonna have what's their name? T-Bar and Mace.
Yeah, we'll see what maybe something will happen.
Now that they're doing the bidding of,
Yeah.
God, you go from pushing Cedric and Shelton in the Hurt Business.
Maybe they'll just finally just get rid of their masks.
But
throw them in suits. Like make it legit. Like don't.
But you
got Lashley MVP saying the Hurt Business is us. We're taking open applications. If you're gonna take T-Bar and Mace, just get rid of the mask. Keep the names. I don't care, but make them look.
Okay, let's get rid of T-Bar. I do care. He deserves better. How about we switch him back to? I mean, they'll drop the first name because no one's allowed to have a first name. Apparently, Aleister Black's the only one that's held on to it. I mean, like Rusev had a first name. Cesaro had a first name for a minute there. Riddle had a first name for about 3 weeks. Then he was just back down to Riddle. So so he can't be Dijakovic, I guess, because they probably can't pronounce that. But Corey Graves can. At least it's not Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
See, look, preview for Raw. At least it's not Pat McAfee. Byron Saxton's going to talk. Corey Graves is going to tell him to shut up. I'm going to laugh. Daisy's going to lay on top of Buster. Hey. And everything will be normal around here. Stupid. But I don't have high hopes for Raw. Like they haven't remember during like the Monday Night Wars, like every single week, you knew it was going to happen. They built that stuff up like an SOB.
Yeah.
But everyone would tune in. This time it's like, well, I was going to Charlotte facing off and Orton and Strowman for the first time ever. It's like you guys put more work into a 2-hour show than you're putting into a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
Please, God. I know that Drew can talk and MVP can talk, but please, you are a kind and fair God. Don't give me an hour of those two talking.
Yeah.
I cannot do an hour of those two talking. I'll probably want to hurl myself off a cliff if those two talk a third of the night away. Literally. And I'm in a pleasant place right now. I'll hurl myself off a cliff. Just, I don't want to hear it anymore. Like, there's a reason it's a 3-hour show. It's not to hear people talk forever. That's why you have Raw Talk. Have them talk there.
Yeah. Go back to a 2-hour show and do Raw Talk. Just saying.
Or just utilize the people you're spending hundreds of millions of dollars on.
Fact.
They're giving them hundreds of millions of dollars. Use them. Don't let them just sit at home on the couch. Did you see all the pictures they posted from Mania? All like 3 million people. Look at all the pictures. Like, he wasn't on the show. He wasn't on the show. He wasn't on the show. He was on the show. They weren't on the show. Like, so you paid all these people just to be at the show and do nothing.
Yeah, pretty
Where
much.
the hell do I sign up for that?
Yeah,
Because I know how much they pay them. What
I'll,
you could pay me to go to WrestleMania.
I'll take like 20 German suplexes from Lesnar and then sit on the couch for the rest of the time of my contract. Sure.
Hey, fling me left, right, and indifferently. I don't give a damn. So
Yeah.
I work stiff in the ring. It'll be my one time. I'll get mauled. I'll have my life dream accomplished. He'll make lots of money. He'll look good. I won't know what happened the next day. And I'll probably go drink a Coors Light with him. I don't like Coors Light, but I'll drink one with him because that is his preferred beverage.
Yeah.
Well, at least until he moved to Canada. He's probably drinking stuff a lot better now because Canadians make better beer. But that's another story. I'll get into the beer game here. But yeah, I got no hopes for tomorrow.
Got just a quick couple side things here. WrestlingHeadlines.com. Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis are going home to Ring of Honor. Maybe they can do something there. Probably more than they
They're
ever
going to do way more than.
Yeah, they've accomplished more there than probably.
All they have to do is show up. They did more. They're going to do more there than they did in WWE just by being there. Because I don't even want to talk about that run that they had. That wasn't a run. That was
very embarrassing, especially the whole pregnancy, mommy, daddy angles. Stupid idea. I don't know if you remember that program that they did where she was pregnant and the hormones were running and he was trying to be a good dad. Like, no.
I'm pretty sure I have a picture down there in that stack of her holding that 24/7 title while pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, how good was your run in WWE, Mike? She held a title and you didn't, and she was pregnant. She won more matches while pregnant than you did the whole time. And she was on TV like twice. She won it and then she lost it. But I'm very happy to see them go home.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Speaking of other programs that could have came to fruition, apparently at one time, according to Ringside Intel, all across my Facebook feed, Devon Dudley, once they did their final thing when they came back, faced the New Day, yada yada yada. Yeah. Bubba went his way. He stayed as a producer. He didn't want to be a producer right away. He actually wanted to work a program with Cruz. That could have, with what Cruz is doing now, they could have fit Devon in there somewhere as a manager, like really, and get him over more instead of this whole that accent. I can't.
They could have stuck him in there right now somehow without the accent.
Yeah.
Like, don't give him an accent. Have Devon talk for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Why? Because Devon can talk. We didn't know that he can talk, and he had absolutely no charisma or ability to use the English language until their Hall of Fame speech. Just ask, Bubba. Like, how did you become funny on our last night? It was a good speech. I know I don't watch it,
but you got to give Devon his due though. When he was the Reverend Devon, he could talk.
He was doing. He was.
But again,
it was a terrible character.
Oh yeah.
Never mind the Deacon Batista. That was a terrible character. Devon, no one wanted to see it, but that's why it lasted about 4 minutes. I'd say 3 minutes, but that number already has a special place in WWE history. So 4 minutes long is how long that lasted. And it was a waste of time, but that would have been really good. But Devon's he's fit into the producer role.
Yeah.
Very well. I think he's been in it for so long, kind of like the Hurricane.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were seeing the matches at Mania. Look how good they were.
Props to him. Actually, two of the best matches. Seth and Sammy and Kevin.
He's been in it for what, 20 plus 30 years now. Like, his brain, like, there's a reason he's been there that long. Look how many people just go to the wayside and they're done.
Yeah,
he's had a good career.
That's the thing, like, I think he's Hall of Fame worthy. For the fact that I've heard so many superstars say, "I've gone to Shane Helms. I've gone to Shane Helms. I've gone to Shane Helms."
Yeah, never mind those. But the great Khali just got into the Hall of Fame, and all he did was get knocked out of the Rumble by getting kissed by Beth Phoenix, and he danced. He chopped people and he pretended to dance, but he was 17 feet tall, so he couldn't even walk.
Yeah, but
if he got in there, Hurricane.
I mean, he does. I mean, he's very good at what he does as far as guiding superstars and obviously giving them advice.
Just the meme of him standing outside while it was storming at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Just someone making it, so him going out, having the wherewithal to go outside and take that picture and post it on social media of why WrestleMania was delayed. Like, he should go into the Hall of Fame just for being like, what? Let's go do this. Hall of Famer, why he's got a better brain than 90% of the people working there right now. If he doesn't, look at some of the idiots they've put in. No offense.
Yeah.
No offense to the Kali. But I mean, he had like that hell of a run for a second. And what did he do? Yeah. Again, he broke down a lot of barriers. I get that, but he wasn't that good. Couldn't talk. Thank God for Ranjan Singh.
Yeah.
Who I hated hearing talk, but hell, he could talk. I mean, hell, he heard Kali at Mania, still could barely understand a word coming out of his mouth. Like, what the hell have you been doing for the last decade? Like, come on, man. Like, you're 90 feet tall. Do some Rosetta Stone. I don't know. Travel the world. God, he was so big, though.
Yeah.
Saw him at Mania. Yep.
Especially when Riddle's like 6 foot himself and Collins has him by, like that.
Yeah, so, bro. I see the size of your ring, bro. Yeah. Like talking to a redwood or a sequoia. Like, I could take you. That was, but I didn't see. I didn't see the Devon one. That would have been good, but I mean, look how bad they used the Dudleys in their last run, though. So I mean, does it surprise you that they sorry about your producer now? Go, but okay. Yes, sir, Mr. Mac, man. Sorry, Briscoe. I had to use it. No yawning.
Telling you.
Hey, see, you're thinking about Raw. See, we were up. We started talking about Raw, and we're down. They're up. I'm up. They see me. We talked about Raw. I'm down. I'm down. Good old Marine Corps. God, I hated that. But no, like I was like that one segment of that pipe bomb on June 27th of 2011 is going to be better than all of Raw combined.
They should just
include last week's Raw.
They should just put that on a loop for 3 hours. I'd watch it.
I wouldn't complain much. To the thing with Vince, like a few weeks later, 2 weeks later. I mean, like, do that. Like, that's 25 minutes right there. Just that. First pipe bomb was like 7.5 minutes. So there is almost, and then the thing with Triple H, there's another 7.5 minutes. So 24, 30. You have like a third of your show done just with CM Punk being a dick. But as he didn't even get one chant at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's all right.
And how the hell
I did think of 2 last minute things, not to plug WWE at all because we already talked about it, but A&E, Stone Cold's biography is tonight. Don't forget that. And then right after, it's called WWE Lost Treasures, where they actually send the superstars that are looking for like ring gear, et cetera, et cetera. Mick Foley is on tonight looking for Cactus Jack flannel, one of his brown Mankind shirts. They literally go out and find these people and actually ask them, how much will it take for us to give you money value?
Give me back my shirt.
So I think that'll be pretty interesting. It'll be kind of like Pawn Stars. Can
we put CM Punk on that?
Yeah, I'm sure someone's got an ice cream bar.
Can we just find a disgruntled person? Like, that just hates everyone like that? How much will it take? He just takes it and walks away. I'll deal with it. Like, but I paid for that. Yeah, well, I almost died in it. So there, Scooter. Yeah, I forgot all about all that. So good call.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. The finding stuff. I know there's going to be
going and looking for his Mankind shirt.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give it to him.
I know.
How much money would it take? I have a date with your daughter.
Previews leading for the season. I did see Taker and Kane, so that'll be interesting.
Would that be rude?
Whatever you're looking for.
Would that be rude? Like, how much money would it take? I want a date with your daughter. You'd probably punch me in the face, but it's okay. My hip is in a little better shape than his, so I can run. He cannot, even though he does more yoga than me. So he could probably actually kind of hobble now. He's lost a lot of weight. He's looking good.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about both of those shows though. Like I saw the previews when they first announced. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I
Well,
forgot.
that A&E biography thing's been out there for a while. There's the Lost Treasures one. I literally just saw it yesterday.
I normally see them like when people
Yeah.
post, like there's the one and then there's the other, like right underneath. I'm like, I need to watch that. I need to watch that. I need to watch that. And then here we are right now. It's probably actually physically happening right now as we're speaking.
God bless DVRs.
Didn't watch it. Completely forgot altogether. See how many times I said I need to watch that. And here we are right now talking about it while it's happening. But a biography, I did see the preview for Stone Cold this week. When you can't script a death better than that, it's probably true. At WrestleMania in the ring with The Rock. I mean, if you're going to die as Stone Cold character in the ring, I mean, what better place for Stone Cold to physically die than in the ring at WrestleMania with The Rock?
Fact.
I mean, but like he said in the commercial, I saw that yesterday. I forgot it was on already today. You can't script a better death than that. Man might be onto something there. That actually would have been perfect for the whole entire thing. In the ring with The Rock or cheersing him after the match and falling over dead. Like, just tilting backwards and game over. And that's it. Because, he almost died before that match, apparently, Hell of a story.
Inverted pile drivers that are miscued can really screw up your neck.
Thanks. Never mind. I can't talk. Jeez.
God bless him, though. God bless him, though. I know it's hard.
The talent that he was, but that one time.
Yep.
A one time, like if Kane and Taker can, and flip over and not kill anybody. And they're both like 17 feet tall, like a couple hundred,
But again, where would the legend of Stone Cold be if that never happened? I feel everything in the wrestling business happens for a reason.
Oh, it does.
It's like not to go comic book geek. It's like the Flash paradox, the Flashpoint paradox. What if?
So you say Flash, the only thing I got nothing. You said that, and the first thing I thought was Shift. Can you dig it? Like my brain went to completely like deep left center. Like I'm up on top of the Green Monster right now in Boston, confused because you say Flash, Shaft. Like they're nowhere even. I know they're nowhere near each other. Got it.
Where would Triple H be if he didn't tear his quad the first time? We wouldn't have had the Madison Square Garden and the great program build up between him and Jericho leading up to WrestleMania.
But he already had his golden ticket at that point.
But still, I mean, where
would him and Stone Cold have been and the whole tag team division if he didn't blow his knee out a second time when they were the 2-man power trip and they had all the gold of everything?
You never know.
SmackDown, like what the whole entire division was just, like, what could that have done for everybody and elevated it? But we'll never know because they can see there's things that you're like, well, where would they be with that? Where would all of they be if he didn't blow his knee out a second time? I think he blew it off a third time. Then we saw him rip his pec off, which was just god awful looking by the end of that match.
I was a dumpster fire of a match. That
shouldn't have happened.
That's up there with the Goldberg and Taker match in Saudi as well. But I'm not even going to get started on that. Don't even. That's like another whole 30 minutes, bro.
Trust me, we could do that another day. That was.
Yeah, those two matches were train wrecks, and they knew it. They knew it.
That was the worst part.
From when the first thing that went wrong in each match, they're like, this is not going to work. But
just saying.
McMahon offered money or was offered money. Well, they had somehow.
They knocked Kane's mask off. That's all I can tell you that happened.
Oh, don't forget the backflip off the top rope that Shawn completely missed. Basically, I mean, they were able to cover it a little bit.
Hey,
anyways,
they were back there like playing cards all day. Well, we got this.
No, you don't.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
We
I
got
know.
this.
And I believe I read it somewhere. I think Michael said he kind of regretted that match, which I probably would have too. But another comment.
I would have went home. I would have went home and like became an alcoholic again. Like that, I just did what to my what? Like, God forgive me, what I'm gonna go get hammered. Like that sucked. Sucked. Hopefully Taker's never watched that back. Actually, I'm sure he did. And that's why he just kept coming back for more. And then sadly, he had to run into AJ Styles, and now we will never see Taker again.
That was a perfect ending. I know they always say never, but you know what?
Never.
I truly believe Taker will stick to his guns.
Yep.
As far as not having a match.
Yeah, never. We'll see him, but
yeah, but that was
he kept making up for it, and then he ran into the machine that is AJ Styles, and somebody's like, "Never say never." Yeah, what? I got to get back and make up for that. Why do you have a match with AJ? Why? Well, you could have went and made it up against like someone that wasn't AJ. Why? Because then you would have been pissed off, and then you could have came back and faced AJ. Why? I mean, you didn't need to keep beating himself up, but damn it.
Now,
Tell me what you will.
AJ was the perfect fit.
It was perfect fit for the perfect ending
because of what was happening.
I'm super jealous of Carl Anderson, though. Like, of all people, he's the last person to get tombstoned by Taker.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what piss and vinegar he's spewing after they got released and everything since then. You were the last person to get tombstoned by Taker ever.
And still, you know what came out of that match as well? The greatest meme ever when Taker's behind AJ on the tractor.
But
yeah,
like me enjoying me with all these plans, and there's Taker behind him. 2020. Yep. Don't worry, it's on my phone.
Or you getting ready to do a wrestling with ski episode, and the dogs are about to start making their noise, and that's Taker behind you as you as AJ Styles.
Stand there just There's Daisy laying on. If you could see the level of can you see what I see? I really hope you can. Like, this is unfathomable.
Well, if you send me a picture, I'll see it then once the episode's over.
Don't worry, it's sent. Like, I just I can't and somehow he hasn't gotten up and moved. Like, they're just Jesus Christ. It's kind of like
a level of comfortability. So
it's like just like that Saudi match. All of them. You're just sitting there looking at it going, oh, yep, that's pretty much what's going on right now. And what? Wait for there's more. Here comes the cat. It's about to get real. She's sitting there staring at me like that's the worst part. Like, she's just looking at me. See, like, we're way off topic now. See, well beyond sidebar. We got to my one dog laying on top of my other dog, like he's a pillow. Damn it, Punk. Damn it. That was still the best TV ever.
Yep.
Don't care. You have to hear it. Yeah. And remember, from all of it, I mean, Punk and Cena actually really got along backstage compared to, most people.
Yeah.
You have to have people cooperating with that stuff. Like, even if you hate each other, I mean, you have to cooperate. And R-Truth is the one that got the match. The win in the table match before Punk sat down Indian style, which I barely can even do. So I give him mad credit for everything that was going on to be able to sit there Indian style for that long on a metal ramp. Sitting Indian style hurts right now for me. I don't know about you, and I'm not in my mid-30s taking lots of bumps. So kudos to him for that, because that sucks. But still some of the best stuff ever. We'll get into it more one day, I'm sure. I'm still excited that there was a Colt Cabana chant on WWE programming, because I think he was assigned by the WWE. He had like 2 matches.
Yep.
And it wasn't under Colt Cabana. It was under some dumb stuff.
Yeah, very brief stint.
Just like Chris Hero. They wasted him down there with Cassius Ohno. Like, if they kept him where he was at the beginning of Cassius Ohno, that could have been good.
Yeah.
Then, well, they didn't. But all those guys that Punk mentioned, like, I can't believe how much fourth wall they let him break. But again, Vince is in the ring, not saying, cut that off. Like, kill it now, do it. Like, there was none of that because Vince is in the ring, just, playing with his ear, looking all orange and stuff. People pick on Trump for his tan. Vince was crimson during this stage of his life. Scary tan. Scary. But we'll never see anything like that again. I don't think anyone actually has the talent on the mic to actually do it, sadly. And hopefully Vince doesn't come in ever and try to do anything like that because he can't, or Triple H.
You can't duplicate.
Let Adam Pearce go out there and get chewed. We'll all be okay with that. We like Adam Pearce because he doesn't walk to the ring, just flailing his arms like, Conor McGregor before he gets knocked out, Like, it was just such a bad walk. And but they keep bringing him out. And I was happy this year at WrestleMania for the first time in 33 years. Taker, Shawn, and Hunter for the first time in 33 years weren't on the card.
Yeah, they didn't need it.
They didn't. I was waiting for it though.
Yeah.
I was like, what, first time in over a year? What, they have to do something stupid. And then, night 2 happened. So I understood why they did stupid all on their own. They didn't need to do anything stupid. They covered it without pulling the butt. Like, no butt. No butts. Like, look what happened last time you had a butt. You had the debacle in Saudi or wherever they were, Australia, where Triple H rips his pec off, and then suddenly, he's still scheduled to have the match with, Batista at Mania, 4 months later, or wherever it was, like, hey, how about we don't do any of that ever again, even though they had a good match at Mania, but
yeah, that was a good one.
And Batista tripped over the ropes, which, good old, and he didn't get any Blue Tista signs, which I like the Blue Tista, the Boo Tista. I mean, everyone just hated him when he came back the first time. And he's still under contract right now.
Yeah, he had I don't know what the situation was with that.
But he's still under contract. Like, you had a retirement match and you've done nothing for the company. How about you release Batista? Bet you can keep 2 Iconics for less than 1 Batista. Especially now that he's got that Guardians of the Galaxy money coming in.
Yeah.
He's got to be way more expensive. Could have released him. No one would have known the difference. Like, we released Batista. I didn't even know he's still under contract. No one would be mad.
Yeah.
But instead, we lose Iconics and Joe. Thanks, Vince. And Johnny Ace. I think Johnny Ace is back in the talent relations thing. So,
yeah.
Blame him. Can't blame JR anymore. Blame Johnny Ace for everything bad that ever happens, ever. And his stupid voice. And people power. Screw people power. That sucked. That was terrible. That was god awful.
If there were true people power, we'd have better programming. Just saying.
As Punk said to Vince, what, you don't care about the people. That's my problem. I care too much about them and what they actually want to see.
Yeah.
Which is why this whole entire thing sucks. And, Punk left, and
here we are.
If he thought it sucked then, what the hell did we go through after he walked out? People power. Wish I had more vocal cords to be able to do that stupid voice, but where's Bruce Pritchard when you need him? And the chair creaks. See, I just can't win tonight. Dogs are being stupid. Chairs are creaking. You know what that means? Tomorrow, everything's going to go right because this is my Monday. Right now, tomorrow, we're going to have fireworks and everything's going to be golden, pony. Because this just...
Don't light the fireworks in the house.
Can I do digital fireworks? Safer?
Yeah.
No chance of burning the house down?
More fire friendly.
I get some cane stuff. Even though Alexa Bliss has those powers now.
Yes.
God bless her. Please don't ruin that character. Please don't. We don't need the goddess back yet. And if it completely flops, they're going to go right, or they're going to stick her with Nikki.
Yeah.
Just to give her something to do.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I snapped out of it. Or are they going to have her little doll and that's suddenly going to be Nikki?
That was my first inkling. I don't know.
Because we haven't seen Nikki in
No, last time we saw Nikki
Raw
Cross was
Legends Night.
during the Hall of Fame.
That doesn't count. Everyone's at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but she was still her like all happy Nikki Cross kind.
And Alexa still looked like a normal human being. And so did Mr. Rotunda. He looked normal. And I look at all. I mean, Seth looked like an idiot, but everyone at least looks decent at the Hall of Fame. Doesn't matter how crazy they are. Even Kane showed up all those years to the Hall of Fame. Respectable Kane. Not necessarily Mayor Kane, but he showed up looking dressed to the nines. You know, Hall of Fame doesn't count. Everyone has to be nice then, except for that fan that bum rushed Bret Hart.
Yeah.
That's you get.
Yeah, that guy.
I'm pretty sure that's what every single person that jumped on him was thinking. I'm pretty sure he had a very.
He was probably sore the next day.
He got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
What do you got to do? I'm going to jump in and attack Bret Hart during his Hall of Fame. Yeah. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Like maybe if he's on stage all by himself and you can get a punch off.
That's just as smart as the guy that bet money on a streaking moment in the Super Bowl. And that was the guy that did the streaking across the field during the Super Bowl.
Hey.
And stupid enough to tell him, oh, by the way, that was me, and never actually made his money. Never did, by the way.
No, he didn't. If you didn't go and mention it, see, like you just ran out there, did it with a mask, everyone would have been okay. But when you're the one doing it, all those people are going to go, yeah, sorry, guy, but you can't make the bet and then be the. No. Did he have a friend? That's all he would have had to do.
Yeah.
Let's get a friend. Like I could find an idiot to streak right now if I had to. I can open up my phone. I'm sure there's someone that was in the Marine Corps. Hey, I'll take you to the Super Bowl. You go run across the field half naked. Got it.
You'll make some pretty good money.
Don't even have to tell them that. I tell them that they'll do it naked. They're Marines. Well, I'll do it naked if you give me an extra $100. Well, it's going to be a lot more than $100. So, I mean, if you want to, we'll get into something tomorrow. What do you want to get into tomorrow?
I don't know.
Watch out, he's pulling out the notebook.
Yeah, I know.
My notebook just has lots and lots of punk that you can't read.
The A&E thing for Stone Cold's tonight. I've got 10 top moments, not in a particular order, but
we'll run the ball with that then tomorrow.
Yeah, why not?
Go over your moments. I'm sure I have great memories of most of the moments.
I'm pretty sure probably most of them are the ones I've written down. We can hit that tomorrow before we go live.
Yeah, we can go over. Hell, you could just bring them up to me live, and everyone could just see me on point, going, seeing if I just. Like, what's wrong with him? That's his thinking face. When I say his thinking face, that means he's going, "Oh no, what is he talking about?" Ah!
Sorry, low power mode. I apologize.
And Justin vanished like that. See, told you it's Monday today. Live. His camera even said, "Screw it." Because you're dying.
I could have hit the lights, brought my Patriots lantern here, and went, "We're here." That would end.
God, I hated that with the electric lantern, though.
Yeah.
There you are with an old Yankee lantern with this stuff. Like, things give him a flame. It doesn't give you as big of a burst, but he's walking down the ramp. He's not going to trip over nothing. Like, there's literally nothing. Like, guy, I could buy one of those online for like $20. Like, I ain't going to go and blow it out. Like, come on, man. That would have been great, though. We're here. God, we need that back. We'll never see it again, but God, that was so good. Why can't he just go 3 faces of Foley and just be completely out of his mind?
Not to add more to the episode, but when he did that program with Braun and brought that back just for a brief moment, that was great. That cinematic match was on point. Even the Firefly Funhouse, like the Firefly Funhouse, you had to watch like 2 or 3 times and go, okay, now I know where he went with it. Because when you first watch it, unless you're like you or me, we're like, okay, I understand what he's doing there, but then you got some of those people like, why is he doing that? Well, here it is, and now watch it again.
Pay attention. Jesus Christ. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Use your brain. Jesus Christ.
But
Yeah,
anyways,
I critically watch things and I get in trouble, and people, why are you dumping all over it? Because actually, that sucked. That's why I'm dumping all over it. Why? Because unlike you, who's like, yay, fanboy, I'm going, they could have done this and this and this. And instead, they gave us 4 minutes of
stupid.
Like that. I don't know what. The man just got rose from the dead and he got taken out by one RKO.
That makes a lot of sense. Totally.
And I got yelled at incessantly. That was great. So he just got reincarnated and he got taken out by one RKO. Like one. Where we've seen him no sell like 4 of them where he just pops right back up like one. I hate people, but we'll carry this on tomorrow. It was fun.
Yes, it was.
Top 10 moments. We won't talk about Raw because there's no damn point.
Very much.
It's going to be garbage. I might just record it and go to bed like a regular person. But
I was thinking that too. But just it depends on within the first half hour whether they say something from Alexa or Bray. So
we'll find out.
Yeah.
Until tomorrow, my friends. I'm Ski.
I'm always Justin.
Hopefully. Don't ever go and change that. I don't know what to do with that. I can't keep track of that. And we'll do this again tomorrow. So peace.